And warm greetings to everyone present here. I, Rebecca Sandra, Assistant Professor EPCET, is delighted and honored to extend a warm welcome to all of you joining us for the inauguration of the AICT sponsored ATAL 6 Days Faculty Development Program on Full Stack AI Web Development. In today's rapidly evolving digital world, artificial intelligence is transforming and integrating AI into web development, opening up endless opportunities, smarter and highly personalized education. This FDP is designed to empower us with the knowledge and tools needed to combine AI technologies seamlessly into both front-end and back-end development, enhancing our teaching capabilities and preparing students for the future of the AI-driven development. I now request for the invocation song. It is a mark of our tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event. I now call upon Professor Nilima Sahu, Assistant Professor of IEC to sing the invocation song.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे दैव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवे सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमा आद्या जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदा शारदा बुद्धिप्रदा शारदा बुद्धिप्रदा शारदा. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now have our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. I now invite all the dignitaries to light the lamp. A heartfelt thanks to all our esteemed dignitaries for leading this auspicious period. With the blessings and inspiration of our chairman, late Dr. S. M. Venkatapati, I extend my warm welcome to Srimati B. L. Rama Devi Ma'am, the chairperson of EPGI in her absentia. I also extend my warm welcome to our two dynamic CEOs of EPGI, Mr. Pramod Gowda sir and Mr. Rajiv Gowda sir in their absentia. It is a privilege to welcome our esteemed guest speaker for today, Mr. Kiran M., Senior Full Stack Developer, Schneider Electric Bengaluru, for the AICT sponsor, ATAL FDP. We welcome you, sir. I now call upon Professor Shilpa ma'am to read the profile of Mr. Kiran, sir.
Mr. Kiran M., a senior full stack developer with over 6 years of experience, specializes in building scalable, efficient applications for startups and multinational corporations. Skilled in JavaScript, Python, C++, and Go, he seamlessly integrates front-end frameworks like React and Angular with back-end technologies such as Django and Node.js. Kiran is an adept at designing optimized data models using MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB, and deploying containerized applications with AWS, Docker, and Kubernetes. His expertise in CI/CD pipelines and message brokers like RabbitMQ ensures reliable, real-time, and maintainable solutions. Currently at Schneider Electric, Kiran leads complex system development, focusing on UI design, API development, and data architecture. With prior roles at Factana Private Limited and Goldlane, he contributed to the backend systems, cloud developments, and full stack solutions. A 2020 graduate in Information Science Engineering from VTU, Kiran combines technical expertise and leadership to deliver high quality, innovative solutions. With this brief note, I welcome Mr. Kiran sir. I request Dr. Prakash to welcome him.
Thank you, sir. I'm delighted and honored to welcome Dr. Prakash S. Sir, our esteemed Senior Vice President of EPGI, for today's inauguration ceremony. We welcome you, sir. I now request our Principal Sir, Dr. Mrityunjay Latte Sir, to hand over the bouquet to Sir. Thank you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to extend a warm welcome to our respected Principal of EPCT, Dr. Mrityunjay Latte Sir, for today's inauguration ceremony. We welcome you, sir. I now request Professor Ashok Sir to hand over the bouquet to Sir. Thank you, sir. I also welcome the coordinators of the FDP, Dr. Kumla C.R. Ma'am and Professor Tina K.V. Ma'am on this occasion. I now request Dr. Shanti Ma'am of the HOD of IEC to welcome Dr. Kumla Ma'am with the bouquet. Thank you, sir. I also request Professor Kemparaju Sir to welcome Professor Tina Ma'am with the bouquet. Thank you, sir. It is with immense pleasure and honor I extend my warm welcome to all the directors, deans and HODs of all the departments of EPCT for today's inaugural ceremony. We welcome you. And last but not the least, I would welcome all the external participants across various institutions for today's inaugural ceremony. Thank you. I will now call upon our esteemed principal, Dr. Mrityunjay Latte sir, to share a few thoughts about today's FDP.
Good morning, everyone. Chief guest and keynote speaker of the program, Mr. Kiran M. Dr. Prakash, Senior Vice President of EPGI. Coordinators of the FDP, Dr. Komala and Madam Tina. Vice Principal, Dr. Yogesh, Dr. Ashok, Dr. Devakaran, and the organizing team of this FDP, all the participants and my colleagues. At the outset, I'm very happy we are conducting an FDP on AI web development. So this is a prestigious program. Today we see that AI is present in each and every aspect of our day-to-day activities. So for which we have to have knowledge right from the basic requirements to the actual design, and also we need to ensure that as and when the alterations or modifications are required, they are to be attended or they are to be incorporated into the design. So AICT has sanctioned this particular FDP with full financial support, and all faculty are being trained for an entire week on this web development. So definitely the web development is one of the major requirement of the today's system, I can say. So the actual advertisements or the material available on paper has become a very rare. Everybody is nowadays dependent on the web information. 99.9% are dependent on the web information, so that the designers need to have the contents which are necessary for the individual users. So the AI technology definitely support to see to it that each and every individual user or the viewer should feel that the content or the information available or made available to him is tailor-made. So it is exactly to his requirement. That is how the background has to be identified. It is to be trained, or it is to be designed for all possible combinations, and with a minimum time. It should be on a real-time basis. So the information should be made available to the viewer. So in this direction, the workshop is being arranged here. So I take this opportunity to congratulate the coordinator of this program, who has framed this FDP and was successful in getting the complete grants from AICTE. It is definitely a feather on a cap for the department and for the EPCET. And this 6-day program is definitely going to throw light on all the aspects, the design, development, and the maintenance, or the later on alterations when you see. So all of you are going to benefit out of this FDP, and I wish the program all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and reflections on this. I now invite our Senior Vice President of EPGI, Dr. Prakash S. sir, to share a few words about this FDP.
Today's chief guest, Mr. Kiran, Professor Latte sir, Principal, Engineering College. Komla Madam, Coordinator for this AICT sponsored FDP program. Professor Tina, Professor Ashok sir, Yogesh sir, Tivakaran sir, HODs, faculty members and the faculties who have come from the other colleges. Welcome to this campus. We're happy to host you for the 6-day FDP program. Let me first congratulate Komala Madam and Tina Madam for having got the sanction of this FDP sponsored by AICT. In fact, when the proposal came to me when I was doing it, it's only not this for FSD. Can we add AI part of the FSD? That's the difference. So people know about, I was asking Madam when we get the people, when we are speaking about AI in the full stack development, first people should have the prerequisites of full stack development. I know that everyone knows about this, but still, for the people who have not equipped, usually full stack contains about your front end. When I tell it's front end, it's basically your client side development. Back end, again it is your server side development. Then there is a database and there is a deployment phase. Basically it solves some control. So now the question is all about, many times industry used to always think that we used to have exclusive developers in each specializations. In the job description we used to see that front-end developers, back-end developers, DevOps, like this very specifically we used to see. In last few years, almost more than a decade now, people started asking for, I want a person or an expertise who is in the full stack. That means he understands both the front end, the back end, the database and the deployment, control and deployment. So now the question is that, how do I really empower the kids in becoming the complete full stack developer? This was the challenge. So this is how the thing started evolving. I don't know which stack they are focusing, basically Django. I was seeing all the Django. There are plenty of stacks. There's a main stack, MERN stack, LAMP stack, Django stack. Which stack need to be focused? We don't have so much of time in the 5 days. What stack I need to focus? Probably I think they are focused on only Django stack. Now what comes, the fact is that when full stack development was happening it up, AI started coming it out. Now the complete program, what I feel, I presume to be is that this delta X component of AI, what is that AI delta X component is coming in the full stack development. This is what the focus is all about. So I was just doing some survey. I was just want to put some statistics. What exactly will this AI is going to impact in the full stack development space? Is it not just about the tools? We already know that AI is going to completely impact the software development lifecycle. The application which used to take around 1/4 of time and so much of resources, straight away I think 70% reduction is being done today with the AI implementation. That means if I used to take 1/4 of time, now I can do it in 1 month. And if I have taken around 10 resources to actually develop this application, probably I'd have done this only 2 or 3 resources. The complete cost optimization is be done in my SDLC process, almost reduced to 70%. That is what few surveys tells. But what specifically the delta X of that AI is going to bring in full stack development? I was just looking out when I was just traveling today morning in a metro. I pulled some statistics. what exactly it will make a difference in the AI full stack development. One thing is enhanced code generation and debugging. Now, there are a lot of tools people know about GitHub. There is also GitHub Copilot, which will generate the code. In fact, I was asking my son, who works for an IT company, it's a pharma company, but works as a data analyst. I was asking him. He told I never write any code on this today. Each Microsoft 365 Copilot comes with all code generation today, and it will generate the code. It's only about the prompt engineering now. How do I give the prompts? And when you start giving the prompts, your backend, it will start learning. That's how my LLMs are also designed. And it will prompt me what should be my prompt also. This is how, even today, if I've been using ChatGPT for almost more than a year now, my complete personalization has happened on my ChatGPT portfolio. So code generation is going to happen, but what is the impact it is going to generate? I'll put some statistics. GitHub survey in 2023 found that developers using AI-based coding assistants reported a 50% productivity boost, which many citing time saving up to 40% in the repetitive coding tasks. See, this is one bigger change when I use AI in my code generation. Another thing what is going to impact when I bring AI in my FSD, automation and testing and quality assurance. People already know that we have Selenium as one of the automated testing tool, but what it is going to impact? Even like AI tools like not only Selenium, Apply tools and testing improve automated testing by identifying the bugs, optimizing the tests, and reducing manual QA time. So what is the impact? Let us put some statistics here. Automated testing reduces the cost of fixing bugs up to 85% compared to the manual methods, according to a Capgemini report. I have also pulled out what are the resources, what is the source of this data. This is one thing. Another thing what is going to impact with the AI in my development space is personalization and user experience. Personalization is a very big word. I've been telling about this personalization for almost many years. Today, my Netflix, my Amazon Prime, and my YouTube is the best example of a personalization. I get my personalized ads, and what I need to see in the next video, it also prompts me. Now, how do I bring this personalization in my web development? Is it really true? And my user experience also gets personalized? Yes. This is something. AI brings dynamic, personalized user experience, more specifically tools like TensorFlow and Microsoft Lewis for chatbots and recommendation engines. What they'll do? What is the impact about with these tools? Websites powered by AI-driven personalizations, which is already there with Amazon and Netflix. The improvement says that around 30% through the personalized recommendations. 30% is the impact. Now, another one. Optimization of the website performance. Many times we see that today, when React came, probably we saw that when the people were developing the web applications on the React, the faster the page starts downloading. The performance of the web page is very, very high. But what is the stat tells about this? What does it tells is that Google's Lighthouse tool, there's a tool called as Google Lighthouse tool, which uses AI to analyze and improve the page performances. It also analyzes the speed. It also brings your SEO, that is your search engine optimization. What is the outcome of this? When it uses only by using Lighthouse tool, which is using AI, there is a statistics survey done by Aberdeen Group, which tells that a faster website loading time can increase conversion rates by 7% per second when I started using this tool. Yeah. Now, when it comes to security part of the web development, it also AI provides enhanced security. What is that enhancement? What is that stat tells is that we already know that AI models like OpenAI X, Codex, and cybersecurity tools, which are already used to identify potential security vulnerabilities, this is also going to change and going to impact the complete security space. What is the stat? AI-based solutions have reduced the time to detect the security breaches by 96%. Source is from IBM. Next, another part. Increased demand for AI integrated web apps today. Companies integrating AI features into their products are seeing higher engagement. What is the outcome? Some surveys done by Grand View Research, it tells that a global AI-driven web development market is expected to grow by CAGR of 26% in next 2-3 years. By 2030, it is going to impact by 30%. So this is one big thing. Last, you need to see that how AI is going to improve the project management and the collaboration. Ultimately, when I have a complete full stack development, front end, back end, automation and everything, as a integrated, what it's going to impact. There are also project management tools. People know about Jira, which has been very, very popular. What is the stat tells that when people started using Jira with the AI enhancements, they feel that there is a project management overhead of up to 30% has been reduced. So this is the impact I'm telling with source where it is going to impact. I just googled when I was putting it out and put my chat GPT. Now the challenge for all of us, it is not. It's your phone. I was searching it. So the challenge for all of us here is, it is not just about bringing AI in my full stack development. I am really worried about the impact of AI in my complete software development lifecycle. Can I speak another few?
Sure, sir.
I can tell about few
Yes, sir.
enhancements that can happen. I want to give anyway. There is one session of mine which I'm going to tell you. Which day? So tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow. I'll be speaking on how AI is going to impact on the complete software development life cycle. What are the tools that is being used from the requirements in the design phase, in the testing phase, in the deployment phase? What tools you need to enable? The biggest challenge what I see today for the faculty fraternity is that how do I really upskill the students now? Upskilling faculty is one part. Now, how do I really make the student to gear up for the AI world? People think that AI is going to impact in next 2-3 years. AI is already impacted. It's not going to impact, it's already impacted. Because if you see a lot of layoffs that has been happening today in the market, it's because AI is already getting integrated in the development process. I was just pulling it out, few stats here. I want to tell only to bring how it is going to impact. Let me tell you. If you see, if I tell in a requirement phase, first part of the requirement, when I tell in the development, if it is requirements, can I predict what could the requirement of the customer well in advance? AI can predict this. I can incorporate this in my development lifecycle. So what will happen is that my requirement collection phase will actually reduce. So AI can analyze vast data sets to identify the patterns, helping in precise and data-driven requirements. Okay. IBM Watson. People know IBM Watson? What is IBM Watson? People know? If you're on Android phone, the first weather forecasting data today, till now today, it's pulled by IBM match. ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಡುಗ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ ಇವತ್ತಾನೆ. You take any Android phone. If you see the temperature today in the morning, you should remember it's from the data is pulled from IBM match. Anyway, afterwards Google also came out with their one, but the first people to forecast the weather was IBM Watson. IBM Watson, what it can do is that it can actually use AI to convert customer requirements into the detailed user stories. Stereotypes. Because I don't need to actually look for converting my general requirements to the technical specifications. My IBM Watson does this. What does the statistics tell about it? What is the impact? According to a report by the Gartner, by 2027, not far, by 2027, 50% of all the software development projects will involve AI-driven requirement management tools. That means the job of the engineer who is to actually convert the requirements into the technical specification, my IBM Watson will do. And it is also going to predict that what all the requirements will going to change in my agile process in the next development cycle. So this is one change. Now can I see that there is also a change AI is brought in the design phase? So what is going to impact AI in the design? If I see that it also supports in recommending the architecture patterns and optimizing the design process. Which architecture I need to choose, it is going to recommend. Now, there is, people heard about deep code? Heard about deep code? Okay, anyway, I'll tell this. It is called as basically intelligent design assistance. What it will do? It will suggest the refactoring and the design improvements. What is the best design? Till the design is optimized, it keeps on improving. That's what we call it as a refactoring of the design. Okay. So generative design, generative AI kelta idivi, generative design anta helta idini. That means AI tools like sketch to code. It's called as sketch to code. Automatically, people can write these things. I don't know, people are simply listening to stories here. These are a few tools what I will specify. Sketch to code. Okay. Automatically converts the handwritten designs into straight away to your HTML prototypes. And what is that? It automatically throws my design card also. So what is the outcome it will impact? There is a survey which is done. AI design tools can reduce the design time by 30%, enhancing the speed to the market. Okay. Next, coming to the development in the coding phase. What is going to happen? I think this all has been told, but I'm putting some statistics. What we actually want to achieve. Code suggestions and generations. People know already about GitHub, Copilot, which is again OpenAI Codex. What it is going to do? Error reduction. AI detects corrects the coding in the real time. It will not only detect, it will actually correct the errors. So every developer has a Copilot today designed. So my Copilot will take away my complete coding phase. Okay. So what does the statistics say? What the outcome it's going to impact? According to the Forrester research, developers using AI code assistance has seen up to 20 to 50% increase in the coding efficiency. There was a statement by Jensen. Who is Jensen? Co-founder and CEO of NVIDIA. He made a very big statement. Coding is dead. I want people only to actually design now. I don't want any code. I was really worrying. I wanted to write an article, see it out what could be the education scenario, what should we teach if this is the scenario going to happen in not another 10 years from now. It's already happening in next 2-3 years, it's going to impact. So what should we teach? So now in a testing phase, I'm telling you how AI is going to really change the testing phase. Enhanced test coverage. For example, there is a testing tool called as testim.io and functionize, creating intelligent test cases that adapt to the changing code basis. It will adapt. Test cases are directly written by the code. Now, what it is going to impact? AI-powered test automation can reduce the testing efforts by 80%. This is again a report from Capgemini. So, in the deployment phase also, the complete AI is going to really make a huge difference. What it is going to do is that people know that it's basically your continuous integration and delivery. Basically, we call it as a CD. There is a tool called as Pinnaker, which will manage the automated rollbacks and performance monitoring. By using this tool, the complete deployment phase time is reduced by 75%. And it is also interfaced on the cloud, whether I'm deploying this on my cloud, either on my Azure, either on my AWS, or whichever the cloud platform. Basically, we call it as a version control and the deployment phase. So it is going to impact. Yes, is it really hardening? Many people are seeing blank faces when I was telling some tools here. It is going to disrupt the world. Complete software development life cycle, not only with the FSD part, full stack development, complete development of applications is going to really change the game. So, the change always comes with a disruption. Change doesn't come easy. When it brings change any HOD, also change any leadership also, any new faculties come into the system, change comes with a disruption. Now the question is, how do I really manage the change? We are at the verge of this AI-driven era. If I don't change the way I deliver education services, especially computer science courses, the impact going to be very, 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 very high. So it's a high time for all of us. Today even government is thinking all about this. When I was telling to Friday, I was there at Cisco office. Second half at 3:30, they had called for few senior leadership team for a strategic meeting with Cisco. I was part of that meeting. I want to just to bring to your notice that one of the dean academics of the university at North India, Madhya Pradesh, who actually is a product of IIT and who after retirement has joined academics. He made a very harsh statement to the Cisco people. See, whatever you are doing is enabling and building the competency for the faculties. I wanted you to really to shift the game, not for the faculties, but move the game to the student community. Because if I think of really upskilling or reskilling my faculty fraternity and then again in turn go back and impact them onto the student community, it's a long process for me. It doesn't work. I wanted you to create a platform. How do you really make this? Then Cisco told me very harsh statement. What they told? Sir, all my Cisco courses are today AI enabled. Again this word. My complete LMS is so designed in such a way, the courses and content, PDF, your videos, every model assessment, adaptive assessment, everything is done in such a way that there is zero intervention from the faculties. Then why do you require the faculties? Yes, then why do you require? Why do you require the faculties? Then shall we shut down the हमारा दुकान बंद करेंगे क्या? Then he told, I'm not bothered about it. Cisco told, I'm not bothered about it. People, I'm really looking for the people who are enabled with my Cisco courses and how can I deploy them into the market. My game is totally simple. So things are changing very fast. So we need to upskill ourselves Okay, especially the faculties who are here. This is what AICT is doing. And one good thing what I see is that compared to other countries, India is the early bird to catch up AI. Today, the way the AICT is telling, AI is also, it's also asking for a report. What is that AI processing implemented in our education system? So it becomes important for all the faculties here to upskill us. We need to redefine the complete education delivery model. As a leader, I'm looking at this. How should be the future education delivery model? Things will change very, very fast. It becomes evident for all of us that we upskill and really impact to the community. So 5 days, last day we are taking you to a company called as Kalviya. I've spoken to the CEO, a good friend of mine. There they are going to really showcase on some AI tools which has been used in the full stack development phase. How it is going to really impact the outcome. Okay, they can't do everything in one day. Basically, they are going to hand over to people. And another change I brought in the format of the FD faculty, this program is I requested Nirmala madam and Tina madam, can we bring at the end of each model one small assessment? As per the AICT norm, at the end of the 5 days, there is one test we need to upload, and people should actually clear that test. Then only automatically the AICT certificate will get downloaded if you don't clear. So what we have done to enable you people at the beginning only, at the end of each module, we have a test. Is it true? It's been done? Okay, good. It's done. Thank you. So at the end of each module or each session, you have a test. The same questions will get repeated for you also. Same at the end. Okay. Little bit change in the scenario. So this is something what we have done. So each endal you just go back so that you are also very, very attentive in the class. It is always difficult to sit at the other side. When we are sitting at this side, we always dominate. When the hey, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕೇಳಕ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, then it's a difficult task for all of us. So let us do this, and we want to see that students, all the faculties utilize it in full. So if there is anything that you have any queries, some changes need to be brought, we are here open up to really bring some. We have already pulled up some good resources in the market. We want to see that complete full stack development. Definitely in 6 days it would be very, very difficult to cover the full stack. Okay, probably we are forcing more on front end, little bit of I think they are React. People are already familiar with some front end tools, some programming languages. Kindly make it happen. So at last I'll put across and I'll conclude. The biggest challenge today, when I actually deploy the students onto the projects, what IT industry tells that they don't have hands-on. They are good in theory, but when I'm putting them onto the project, they are not productive. Then it is not just about the employability, it's all about the deployability here. How do I really make the kids to get deployed and really be there billable on the first day for the company? This is the gap. We need to do this in this campus. I want everyone to really think, let's not just about this consumption of the skills, it's about the application of the skills. When we can't really go and involve ourselves in application part, if I keep on telling theory, no students will sit in the class. Trust me, because there is a huge content, curated content available in the internet today where students can learn by themselves. Then why should they come and sit to idiot Prakash sir's class? unfit to really teach. He doesn't know anything. That's what the statement students will do today. Very big challenge for the teaching fraternity today. Let us move from consumption of skills to the application of the skills. How do I transit from this mode to the application of the skills is what we should relook ourselves, introspect ourselves, where are our gaps, and start working with this. Okay? I wish the complete program is success. I request each and every one to focus, learn on this full 5-6 days. Don't miss the sessions. I think there is a norm in the AICT. If you miss a session, you will not get the full attendance and you will not get the certificate. Kindly, it's not for the certificate. Think that I come here to learn something. Okay, Buddhi Prapti. What a nice sloka from Nilima Madam. We started with a good sloka here. We should have Buddhi Prapti. She repeatedly told that. Okay, let us have this session of knowledge session. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and insights on the significance of web development along with AI and the opportunity it brings when we upskill ourselves. Thank you, sir. I now call upon Mr. Kiran and the resource person for today to share his thoughts or take over the session.
You are going to present or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go down? Let's start. Let's start. Just